Hey guys, Gaijin Guide here. Um, Thanks for clicking on my very first Japanese lesson video. This is a very brief video going over the writing systems, and this is just going to be for very beginners, maybe in your first week, maybe two of studying Japanese. Um, if you've been studying for even a month, you'll probably know most or all of this stuff already. So if that's you, maybe choose another video or see if you might learn something anyways. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Japanese, first of all, has three writing systems. We've got hiragana, which are these curvy type characters. A lot of people say that hiragana was actually invented by women, and that's why they're so feminine and curvy and artistic. So I don't know if that's just a legend or if it's actually true at all. But hiragana is going to be used for your Japanese words as well as the endings of verbs, which you'll learn about more later, so don't worry about that too much. This is a, I, u, e, o, the first line of hiragana, as well as the katakana. This is a, I, u, e, o. Katakana they have the exact same sounds as hiragana, except that, they have the exact same sounds, but the difference is the way that they are used. So katakana is always going to be for, or not always, but it's going to be for foreign words, or when you want to stress a word in a sentence and make it pop out, kind of like the way that we use all capital letters to make things stand out a little bit. And so katakana is going to be for your foreign names and words like hamburger, which is an English word, hamburger, or you'll see a couple later on as well. So the kanji is the third and final writing system, and it is instead of being a syllabary like the hiragana and katakana, which are just corresponding to one sound and have no meaning at all, kanji actually have meanings. So by themselves they can be a word, or paired up with another they can also be a word, and sometimes a different word. So like this first one is kanji. It means Chinese characters. This is the kanji for China, and this is the kanji for character. So together it is kanji, Chinese character. Hon means book. Sakana is fish. Yoru is night. And ji or toki is time or hour, depending on its usage. And these all have, maybe not all, but some of these have different readings as well, that when they're paired up with something else, they mean something else and they are read a different way. We'll get into that a little bit more later. And some of you beginners are saying, oh, what about Romaji? I've been learning Romaji. Well, Romaji actually means Romaji is Roman, ji is character, just like kanji. It's this character right here. So that literally means Roman characters. It's your alphabet, your A, B, C, D's, and F's, all that crap. So it is not, by definition, Japanese. It is just a way for foreigners to be able to read the language and be able to sound it out a little bit, and should not be used for more than a couple weeks max. So this is a couple words that you'll probably already know. Arigato, iie, hai, sumimasen, konnichiwa. So you'll probably already have been introduced to those if you've been studying for even a couple days. So this is hiragana. Like I said, it's the curvier of the two, and so you've got each line. All the characters, with the exception of at the end, are a, I, u, e, o. That's it. So you've got ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, su, se, so, and so on. They all are based off of a, I, u, e, o, which makes Japanese super simple to pronounce. The only troublesome line for Americans or English speakers is usually rarirurero. That's the most troublesome because it's kind of a mix between an L and an R, and it's really weird. So you'll get the hang of that after a while. Even I need to work on mine some too, but here is your katakana. Like I said, this is going to be for foreign names or foreign words. So you've got the same a, I, u, e, o pattern with the ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, ha, hi, hu, he, ho, mami, mu, me, mo, all that. And then you'll notice, I should go back, with the hiragana, wa, o. So these two are actually dead dead characters in both the hiragana and katakana. They are no longer needed to speak Japanese, so they just, I don't even know these characters. Like, these are strange to me. That's how dead they are to the language. So the same characters, like, I've seen, the first time I saw that was when I was making this slide, as well as that one. So you don't need to learn these two. So you probably won't even see those in your textbooks. This is just kind of a rare chart, I guess. Moving on, we've got the kanji. As you'll see, we've got sun here. By itself, it means sun. But if you pair it up with hon, the kanji hon, it means Japan. Who would have thought that? There's some things have a very understandable meaning as to why they mean that when they're paired together, but some are just absolutely abstract and there is really no correlation. So you just kind of have to memorize them. But a lot of them are actually like Pictionary. Like this mountain, if you look at it, it looks like a mountain with 3 little peaks. River, this looks like the flow of a stream. This actually kind of looks like a sun shape. Ame, you've got your little, rain. Ame is, you've got the little raindrops in there and coming out of the sky, I guess. I don't know. This is, I thought it was said two. This is Tuesday or fire. And it kind of looks like a fire, you know? So, a lot of these things do look like what they are, and then some of them are just completely out of the blue. This, how does that mean man? It doesn't look like a man at all. But this one actually kind of looks like a person, looks like a woman a little bit. So that's some of the kanji are a little bit easier to remember in that way. So you'll find out a lot more about that later. So kanji are the most complex because, like I said, they have multiple meanings and multiple readings sometimes. Like this by itself can be heat, which means day. But with hon, it means nihon, or it says nihon, and it means Japan. And then these are the readings. If you can read hiragana, great. If you can't, just trust me. What I'm saying is that's how you say it. So this is toka, means 10 days. But and then this is pronounced ka in this case. But if you put it with 11, it's juichi nichi. So it's kind of complex, and you just have to remember it. So hiragana is used for verb endings a lot. So this is taberu. This is ta. It's pronounced ta by itself, or with beru after it. And then it's the same here. So it's ta bemasu. The ending is what changes, not the pronunciation of this. This kanji can mean something else paired with another kanji, and it can be shoku. But don't worry about that. You'll learn things like that later. This is miru. It's miru here. It's mimas here, and it's mite here. So miru, mimas, mite. These are just different forms of verbs. So when you change the tense of a verb, like I ate this or I am eating, you don't change the kanji. You just change the hiragana that is attached to the kanji. Don't worry about this too much. You will learn a lot more of this later, but I just want to kind of make you aware of what to expect when learning Japanese in the first few weeks or month to whatever. So here we've got some katakana words. We've got Jaredo, which is Jared. That's my name, in case you were wondering. Sumisu is the last name Smith. I guess it could be a first name, but it's a very common American or English name. We've got teiburu, which means table. A lot of these words will sound like what they actually are in English, but a lot of them are very abstract, like kohi. That means coffee, and it doesn't sound anything like it. Kohi. It doesn't sound anything like coffee, but they do not have like an F sound. In this next one, California, they kind of have an F sound, but it's not a very strong F. It's California, which is still very hard for me to say, just because I'm so used to my American accent of California. But this last one is Amerikajin. It means American person. This last one is actually a kanji, which means person, and it's pronounced Jin, Jin, in this case. And that, yeah, together that means America Jin, American person. So when learning kanji, there's a lot to focus on. So it can be very complex and very daunting when you're first learning a kanji. But trust me when I say, after you learn a kanji, even if you only know 10 kanji or 30 kanji or 300 kanji, it is the greatest thing on earth. They make Japanese so much easier to understand and to read. The writing can be pretty hard sometimes, but after you get it down, it makes total sense. So there are a lot of times many readings for one kanji. Like I said earlier, taberu can also be shoku. That kanji can also mean shoku. Like yoshoku, which is like Western food. But taberu means the verb to eat. And so there's a couple readings for that one. And when writing kanji, you'll learn a few patterns. Like you'll learn that there are a set of basic kanji, and then all the complex kanji are literally just those basic kanji put together. So you use the same stroke order. So once you learn the first 100 kanji or whatever, they start becoming easier because you can look at a kanji and you can already pretty much know how to write it without have ever seeing it before. So it makes it a lot easier after you've learned a few. So the meaning, kanji can also have more than one meaning, like I've mentioned earlier. So pay attention to the hiragana and the kanji that are attached to that kanji, and they will change the meaning and the reading depending on the situation for the kanji. So there's a lot to watch out for, but don't let it get you down, because once you learn a few kanji, you feel like you're on top of the world. And it makes Japanese just the most beautiful and fun language to learn, in my opinion at least. I love kanji. They are very hard to learn sometimes, but once you get them down, they're your best friend. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and please comment. And once again, I'm the Gaijin Guide, because I'm a Gaijin, which is a foreigner for those beginners. And I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. Go ahead and leave me a comment, and I'll get to those whenever I can. See you guys in the next video. It should be out in a couple more days.